skills. You can just click that and add all the core skills you need.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I should switch driving with piloting if I'm going to do the VTOL thing.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I'll have to decide if I want to do that. Because the VTOL is really cool, but I don't really know if it fits. Because it depends on what I'm smuggling, right?
That's true.
Like if I'm more of like an information smuggler, like that's.
Yeah,
That'd be big business.
You get 5 points.
And I'm pretty sure that's an info broker.
Shut up.
What's Spirit
They
used
pay
for?
better.
Listen, how's he gonna have an aluminum Falcon if it's not VTOL?
And Vigor is like strength, toughness, right? Like endurance and.
Yep.
Constitution.
Vigor is how much you can get shot and not die.
And agility is for shooting things, and that's it. Or
Shooting, fighting.
Agility is like all the things.
Agility is like the main fighting stat.
Yeah, it also covers vehicles, stealth,
Well,
picking.
yeah, agility is pretty important. Agility is how you hit things in combat. Strength is how much damage hitting things in combat does.
Unless you hit them with bullets.
Hit them with-
Matter.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
so, like for reference, what are your guys' stats like?
I have a D6 in everything except strength, which is a D4, and agility, which is a D8.
I have a D6 in everything except smarts, which is a D8.
I have a D8 in agility and smarts, a D6 in spirit and vigor, and my strength's shitty at 4.
Get fucked up, Brian.
So do you think it's worth
yeah.
going to a
No,
D10?
it's even, Dave.
Now you got one. Your fighting roll. Means you suck.
No,
Doing
but
what
I
now?
got.
Hey, can we stop talking about the game that nobody's playing?
Oh wait, the skills are linked to attributes, right? Shit.
Yeah, so you want to. Yeah, if you try to go over the linked attribute, you're going to be paying double.
You get 15 points.
What were you doing all this time if you weren't fucking doing this shit?
Looking over occupations and everything.
S and some D's. Oh yeah.
So then, let's see, what's the next thing we're supposed to do? Occupations, I think everybody's got their occupation.
Yeah.
Raise. We're still working on traits a little bit. We gotta do finish up edges and hindrances, and
Yeah, and
then
then
buy our equipment.
Yeah, equipment I don't think we need to do here. I think everybody can just do that.
Yeah.
Off
Sure.
camera.
Is there a place we put down our occupation on the sheet, or?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, it's only going to come up
I would
when we advance anyway.
Is there a notes section? Yeah, just under journal. I would just put under notes. Because it's only going to come and play again when you advance, and then you just need to know how much extra cash you get.
Yeah, and any bonuses you may have, you can just stick into like the skills and stuff. So like Brian, you should put on skills like what is it, notice and something that you get a +2 for being a bounty hunter.
Yes. Notice, investigation, streetwise, and tracking all get a +2.
So yeah, I would go right into skills, and there's room for it to just stick the 2 in there, so you never have to worry about it.
Dave, I just wanted to make sure, like, in this setting, lockpicking also applies to like electronic locks and shit, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, lockpicking is how you get through doors, safes, into cars.
So Dave, we're gonna be street soldiers, right? That's the power level for us.
Yep. So yeah, when it comes to you guys buying your stuff, you get 10,000 credits for uh, gear, weapons, all the stuff you can deck your character out with, and then you get 10,000 credits just to spend on augments.
Nice.
Should you so choose.
If you don't choose, you're just making your character poor. Because in the gritty cyberpunk world of Interface Zero, everyone got demogs.
If you have a high vigor, you could get quite a few gutterware.
Dude, rack them up, man.
Fucking gutterware.
I can't wait for you guys to start reaping chrome. It's gonna be awesome.
Reaping. Fuck. Reaping chrome is harvesting another person's augmented body parts for profit.
Yes.
It's fucking gross and kind of rad.
So
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should talk about hindrances first, because edges. It's important to everyone mechanically, but it's certainly less interesting to talk about.
I love hindrances.
And hindrances are definitely more fun and more important to like who your character is.
Mhm.
So in Savage Worlds, when you're making your character, you don't have to take hindrances, but if you don't take hindrances, I'm going to hate you because you're just making a less interesting character. And a hindrance is sort of like a penalty that you take at character creation. It's like somehow limits your character either in like a psychological or a physical way. So, for example, like a physical one, you can take bad eyes, you could be blind, you could be lame, you could only have one leg.
Actually, it says you shouldn't really take those things because since we're in the gritty future, that's all like repaired.
No, it says that if you take it, you can't then immediately buy it off with an augment because that's cheating.
yeah, you have to spend in advance to do it as well.
You can't just like augment them away because then it's not the same. But if you like keep them, you still gain the benefit.
I think they should have just removed them, to be honest. Because like,
in a way, they're
'cause, like,
saying don't really take these.
well, yeah, well, it's like if you take it, and then on your first advance you get rid of it, you are just a power gaming shitbag, and you don't play RPGs, right?
Yeah. Well, but I like that they leave the sort of choice in there because that's always a big thing in Cyberpunk is that there's always that one guy who maybe like he was super ogged up and then he's sort of like moving away from it.
Mm.
Like I know there was a really cool NPC in the Shadowrun Hong Kong game who was like a super ogged out rigger who's like retired and he just like is now a quadriplegic who just like hovers around his house because the strain got too much.
I've actually been reading Neuromancer by William Gibson, which is like the novel sort of credited for inventing cyberpunk and like making it like a thing. And there's a bartender in there where like he's ugly in a world where it's like very easy to not be ugly. And they talk about how it's like the novelty of him and like he like wears it as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, settings pretty much like that. Like it's easy to not be ugly.
Yeah. But then, so those are like all examples of physical hindrances you can take. But then, like a psychological one would be code of honor, where if you want to make like an authentic street samurai, you would take code of honor as like one of your major hindrances, and then you have,
Bushido.
Yeah, you have like Neo Bushido or whatever you want to call it. And you have this restrictive code of honor that sort of makes you role play in a certain way. And there are also sort of social ones, like you could have a bad reputation, you could be in debt. That's actually really cool because it gives you more money to start with, and I get to, some people to cut your legs off.
I like Geary, which is you're indebted to someone, but it's not money. It's like you owe them a favor or something like that.
It's like obligation.
Yeah, you're in somebody's pocket.
Giotto.
Yes.
And then if you screw it up and don't do what he wants you to do, it turns into an enemy.
Enemy is another cool hindrance where you just, make up Starwolf? Yeah, Starwolf.
Yeah. Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
So what's everyone thinking for some hindrances?
Enemy is always fun.
I'm taking enemy at minor. I'm a bounty hunter. I put a lot of people away. Someone probably wants me dead.
It's true.
I'm taking vengeful. I'm not sure how far I'm going with it.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the new hindrances before I pick which ones I want to take.
That's the other thing with hindrances. Most of them can be minor or they can be major. So if you have like minor vengeful, it's you want to get revenge and you want to fix perceived wrongs, but you're not gonna like kill people. You just like hold a grudge. But then if it's major vengeful, you're willing to shed blood and get real nasty to get to get yours.
There are some definitely cool new hindrances. You can be owned.
Hey, Vex.
Yeah, if you fucking.
What?
If you get on the court with me, you can get owned.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's. Yeah. Didn't work out. I like blacklisted. Due to an event in your past, at least one corporation refuses to have anything to do with you. The reasons may vary, but the end result is that unless you go to great lengths to hide your involvement, deals with this one company will always go sour.
The major level one's brutal.
It's
Yeah.
the megacorp that owns, whatever.
At the major level, your blacklisting applies not just a single company, an entire industry.
You could take latent talent since you kind of want the whole Zeke aspect.
I might. Wait, latent talent?
Yeah, it's a major hindrance.
That you slowly buy off and turn into arcane power.
The GM decides your powers and you're affected by the stress trigger hindrance.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck that.
totally let him decide.
Fuck that.
I'm gonna warn everyone. I'm playing this real hardcore.
What do you mean hardcore?
If you die, you die.
Yeah, that's on.
Yep. Look, I was.
You would have been
dying.
so dead.
One time in that sci-fi game, Tom's character decided he wanted to reenact the invasion of Normandy by himself.
He ran at a group of men who were driving away on a car, shooting a minigun at him.
2 miniguns.
Too many guns.
Yes, 2 miniguns.
2 miniguns.
And he showed us what a sponge does and absorbed all the bullets.
And I should have been dead.
All he did was lose an arm. And we went through great lengths to get that arm back.
Oh man, there's some. I'm looking through some of the sort of like expansion books. I'm looking at the corporate one now, and they have some cool hindrances. Where the fuck did it go? One of them is an NDA, which can be minor or major. And you've signed a form indicating that there are elements of their position or work with the company that they are expressly forbidden to discuss with outsiders. and the level